Well, as recently as 4 years ago, the Indonesian province of Aceh was a war zone, with the military fighting against separatist rebels. It took a massive tragedy, the deaths of tens of thousands of people in the 2004 tsunami, to bring the two sides together. The resulting elections put the former rebels in charge of Aceh, but as Step Vasson now reports from Bireun, some people are disappointed that life hasn't improved more quickly.
The fear has gone. Acehnese are back in their rice fields. Only 3 years ago, even the most basic thing, harvesting rice, was impossible. Indonesian soldiers and rebels of the Free Aceh movement fought each other for nearly 30 years. The rebels wanted an independent state. In the end, they settled for autonomy from Jakarta and peace. Aceh's government is now made up of former rebels like Busmadar Ismail. He used to be a spokesman for the Free Aceh movement, living his life in hiding. Now he's a deputy regent.
I joined the rebel movement because I felt that my people were being repressed. I wanted Aceh to become an independent state.
It's hard to imagine that this used to be a battlefield only a few years ago. Since then, life has dramatically changed for the people here who have been living in fear for such a long time. Now this peace needs to be nurtured very carefully, because otherwise these people could lose hope anytime soon. Mukhtar bin Affan is beginning to wonder whether this is the kind of Aceh for which he risked his life. The rebel soldier is now working as a farmer, together with other former combatants and victims of the conflict. He just married Sarwati, a widow with 5 children, whose husband was killed by Indonesian soldiers, and they're struggling to get by. Of the 40 former rebels here, there's only work for 10. Despite billions of US dollars in international aid, Aceh's economy has still not recovered.
Why is our life so embarrassing? After all we fought for, we are a laughingstock. They tortured and suppressed us. What we want is a real change in Aceh, a real improvement of our lives.
Like Mukhtar, thousands of other former fighters are also out of work. Police say some have resorted to crime. It's now up to the former rebel movement to bring the desired change, according to analysts.
The former rebel also have to behave in a much more democratic and accountable way. This is a test. Aceh is a frontier of Indonesian democracy, and it could be an example how new Indonesia and new Aceh can be developed.
Since the peace agreement 3 years ago, cities like Bireun have changed. Busmadar shows us around. What once was a ghost town has come back to life.
Sekitar 2 hingga 3 tahun lagi lah.
The people in Aceh and the former rebels will notice improvement in 2-3 years from now. We cannot change everything just like that, especially since the conflict lasted more than 30 years. But I'm sure that peace is here to stay.
Newlyweds Mukhtar and Sarwati will have to learn to be patient. After so many decades of conflict and distrust, it will take time to build a democracy that can truly heal the wounds of the past. Step Vasson, Al Jazeera, Bireun, North Aceh.